When we evaluate a spinning object, we assume a state of equilibrium. Give a top enough angular momentum, and it remains trapped, resisting gravity. In conservative systems, external forces like friction degrade stability. As energy bleeds away, the system eventually collapses towards its lowest possible center of mass. But the tip-a-top presents a paradox. It is an eccentric truncated sphere, with a mass distribution shifted noticeably away from its geometric center. When spun on its rounded base, the top begins to nutate. Instead of slowing to a stop, it lifts its own center of mass, flipping entirely upside down to spin on its narrow peg. This inversion suggests that the relationship between friction and stability is more complex than a simple loss of motion. To find the source of the flip, we have to look at the numerical data. Accurately modeling this motion requires tracking a non-integrable system with 6 degrees of freedom, calculating spin, rolling, and sliding friction simultaneously. This chart maps the numerical integration of the top's inclination angle over 8 seconds, moving from 0, upright, toward pi, fully inverted. For the first 2 seconds, the angle stays near 0, yielding small, stable oscillations. At the 3-second mark, the amplitude diverges rapidly. This diagram overlays 2 additional variables to show the internal axes, the rate of spin and rate of precession. At exactly 3 seconds, they undergo an abrupt exchange of amplitude, indicating a rapid transfer of angular velocity between the axes. Yet the total vertical angular velocity, the sum of these parts, remains surprisingly smooth. It decreases monotonically, hiding the chaos occurring between the internal axes. This shift in the internal variables marks the exact physical initiation of the top's inversion. We need to identify the specific force responsible for overriding the top's rotational inertia at exactly 3 seconds. Consider a truncated sphere rotating in a void. Because of its geometry, the physical center of mass is noticeably off-center, shifting with each revolution. We define the top as a sphere with radius r, where the center of mass is shifted along the symmetry axis by a distance of alpha times r. When the top touches a surface, the standard assumption is that it simply rolls. But a purely rolling model is mathematically impossible for this geometry. Here are the vectors at play: the center of mass position, s, and the floor vector, a. Together, they generate a horizontal gliding velocity vector, v sub a. Because the top maintains floor contact, this gliding velocity is strictly horizontal, with 0 vertical component. This chart plots the 2 horizontal components of that gliding velocity, x and y, across our 8-second timeline. While the x-axis velocity remains relatively flat, the y-axis velocity increases by 1 to 2 orders of magnitude due to the top's direction of rotation. The top's inversion is fundamentally a gliding problem. Without this precise sliding friction at the contact point, the top would remain trapped upright. The friction acting on the top is viscous, acting in direct opposition to the gliding velocity. This tracks the energy of the system. The total energy, E, continuously bleeds away as friction opposes the sliding motion. As total kinetic energy falls, potential energy actually increases because the center of mass is physically lifting. The top sacrifices its kinetic energy to sliding friction, which generates the torque required to lift the top's mass against gravity. For an idealized purely rolling top, the Routh integral and total energy are strictly constant. They lock the top into an inescapable potential well. To account for gliding, we use the main equation for the tip-a-top, which isolates the gliding variables from the rotational ones. Because of the friction, both the Routh integral and the modified energy become highly time-dependent, creating this complex oscillating curve. We can trace these values from the start of the inversion anomaly to the final inverted state. Imagine a geometric valley physically warping in real time, actively pushing a suspended sphere toward a newly formed crater. The time dependence in the main equation actively deforms the shape of the top's effective potential well. The sliding friction actively reshapes the gravitational landscape, effectively moving the equilibrium point beneath the top's center of mass. By setting specific parameters for the top's mass and geometry, the complex algebraic equation for this potential simplifies into a manageable rational function. This chart plots the rational potential as a curve with a clearly defined minimum. As the Routh integral decreases, the minimum physically slides away from the upright position. It migrates all the way to the south pole, dragging the top's inclination angle with it. This migration correlates directly to the 3-second anomaly. That spike in the data is the moment the well's minimum shifts past the top's center of gravity. The abrupt exchange of internal angular velocities is the top attempting to align with a rapidly moving geometric floor. We can map the final state of this system using a LaSalle-type theorem to evaluate its asymptotic stability. There is one final condition for inversion. The initial spin must exceed a specific mathematical threshold, known as Gellitz integral. When this spin threshold is met, the upright position ceases to be a stable state and becomes mathematically repulsive. This phase space diagram shows the result. Every possible trajectory eventually locks into a single node at the fully inverted state. While systems like magnetic levitation rely on static traps to maintain balance, the tippetop undergoes a forced dynamic migration. In non-integrable systems, dissipative forces do more than just slow things down. They rewrite the energy landscape, forcing reality into entirely new equilibrium states.